with the Diesel and the Jet. This is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, let's talk about Anthony Davis. Boy, this guy just on a nightly basis, really something to see. Shaq, where do you rank him in terms of the bigs in the game?
Well, I need a drum roll for this one, Kenny. Drum roll, please. Anthony Davis, he's the best defensive big with his ability to change shots.
Okay.
Not only that, extremely efficient offensively. He has a PER. That stands for Player Efficiency Rating for all you dummies.
Thank you,
Of 31 last season.
Ooh, 31.
31.
Wow, I don't know who had a 32 or 30, but whatever that is, PER, that was pretty doggone good.
Yeah, well, that is good. 31, 31 flavors. That's good.
Flavors.
That's getting better now.
31 flavors, and he has the ability to change his game. Good job, a good transition for segue for me, because his back to the basket, his face up, everything. This guy has it all. 31 flavors.
I need a drum roll for this. We'll see you again later.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We're live from the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana, for this Pelicans home game. Tip-off goes to Denver. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, filling out the wings, it's Foy and Gallinari. Wilson Chandler out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Moutier in at the 1.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Here's Pondexter on the wing, Gordon. And Faried sends it back. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And Foy kicks to Gallinari. And that one's good. Gallinari's got his team on the board to start the game for the Nuggets. Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs, Clark, in points and minutes played for him with the Pels.
Yeah, and he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
And it's Gordon missing.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Now, here is Gallinari. Defense is right there. And the layup is good.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here is Foy. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And so here is New Orleans. 4-point game. Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Evans. Asik with a screen on Gallinari. And that's Evans penetrating. Asik the pass to Davis. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Out to the right wing. Now here's Moutier, covered by Evans. 4 on the clock. And it's Gallinari missing. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Here's Moutier. Asik pulls it in.
Great move on his way to the bucket there. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Gordon, the layup off target.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Screen by Fareed. Here's Moutier. Randy Foye is on the way. Asik defending. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Off target from three-point range. New Orleans in the lead. Asik dishes to Pondexter. Pass to Gordon. Out to the right wing. There's the screen. Asik, the pass to Gordon. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Moutier. Chandler is screen. Foye with it. He's against Gordon. Here's Chandler. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
And the second free throw, good. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Here's Cole. The wide open look here for Holiday. Nelson with the rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Barton kicks to Chandler. To the inside. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his first basket.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Now, here's Anderson. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
The shot by Hickson, no good.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming in the last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Chandler outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Nuggets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he's able to get one of two. Cole. And that's not going to go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting well, 50% from the floor. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Asik inside. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Cole in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Kicks it to Mudiay. Nurkic setting the pick for Mudiay. Screen by Fareed. Here's Nurkic. It's good. This game is all even. Nurkic has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Denver.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Evans kicks to Davis. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Nurkic with the steal. And Foye with the clear path to the hoop. That's good from Mudiay on the assist by Foye. Moudier's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. Here's Cole. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Luke Gavitt, he's checked in for Cole.
Your Pelicans dance team. Let them hear it.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Well, and last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No,
let's face it. I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's the screen. Mudiay kicks to Foy. Screen by Fareed. Gallinari dishes to Fareed. And Asik sends it back. Wow! Here's Gordon. Count that one. Gordon's got his third bucket of the night.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Mudiay with the ball. Screen by Fareed. Takes the 13-footer. That's good on the jump shot. Mudiay's got his second bucket of the game to go. Pelicans trail by 4. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Mudiay, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Step back and squared up. 8 points for Eric Gordon. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Inside, and Fareed with the basket on the assist by Foy. Fareed's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver. Evans passes to Gordon. And the rebound by Nurkic.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And here's Mudiay. And Denver again with the bucket.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Davis sets a screen. Gordon kicks to Asik. Now the pass to Evans. No good. And Denver the other way now. And here we go. Fast break. Mudiay's got it. Dishes it to Foy. Screen by Nurkic. And Foy kicks to Nurkic. Great D that time from Davis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Evans. Fires from 14. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Mudiay. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And another miss by Denver.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Gordon goes in. Wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now Mudiay, 6 points for him. Now here is Gallinari. To the middle, stolen by Asik. Evans against Gallinari. The dish now to Asik. Babbitt passes to Evans. Outside Gordon. And it's Davis at the elbow. Here's Evans. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
With the floater. And it's slammed in by Faried.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Big group substitution here for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic. Chandler comes in for Faried. Will Barton, he's checked in for Randy Foye. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. So here's Gallinari. He's got 8. Hickson a screen. 2 on the clock. Can't get it to go.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They haven't gotten to the line enough, and I think that's an area they can improve. They need to be more aggressive. Right now they're hanging in there, but this could change in the second half. They need to challenge defenders and try to control the momentum and get to the foul line a little bit more.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We've seen Eric Gordon really having a great game.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Here's Evans. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Filling out the wings, it's Foye and Gallinari. Kenneth Faried is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Moutier in at the point. That's good. 6 points for Tyreke Evans.
And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile, great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Now, here is Gallinari. Defense is right there. Chandler is screen. Mudiay dishes to Chandler. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards. Too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong, he's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league. And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Gordon kicks to Davis. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And it's Gallinari missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Evans outside. He kicks it to Pondexter. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The shot no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Gallinari passes to Mudiay. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Gallinari. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
It really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
New Orleans making a switch here. Babbitt's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Nurkic is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Evans outside. On the wing, Gordon, covered by Foy, and it's Gordon penetrating. Evans kicks to Davis. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 5 assists in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now, here is Gallinari. 10 points for him. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Pondexter for the tie, and he gets the bucket. Pondexter's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back. And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
for the Nuggets. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Gallinari. Martin comes in for Randy Foye. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Here is Ajinça. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Passes it to Cunningham. And he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Chandler, right side. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Hickson, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Denver lead.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Now, here is Nelson. Hickson a screen. Nelson kicks to Hickson. Clock at 4. Chandler inside the line. The rebound by Holiday.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
And so here's Denver, following the score by New Orleans. Nurkic setting the pick for Nelson. Off target from outside. Holiday left side. And he gets it to go. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Nelson.
Wow. He caught it. My goodness. What a terrific shot. Those Hail Mary buckets always take your breath away.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here's Denver now. Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. And it's Asik in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Gordon kicks to Evans. Gallinari with the rebound.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Now the feed to Moutier. Foye dishes to Moutier. Gallinari wide open. Asik comes up with the rebound. Asik's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Gordon, that time on the assist by Evans. Evans has got 6 assists in the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now, here is Foye.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Evans passes to Asik. On the wing, Gordon.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New Orleans.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon.
How about this one for Eric Gordon? He has 14 points and 1 assist. He looks like a man among boys right now.
On another level at the moment.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Gallinari has now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession, and that's good news for the rest of that team.
Here's Gordon. Denver able to drain the 3. Lots of room. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
They grab their own miss. Fareed lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Screen by Asik. Evans kicks to Davis. Back to Evans. Five to shoot. Gordon kicks to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Pondexter. Outside, Davis. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Pass to Gallinari. Fareed at the elbow. Now, here is Foy, defended by Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for J.J. Hickson. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Down low. And finished off by Davis.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Chandler. The Pelicans make their last shot. Screen by Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Over in the corner, Moutier lets it fly. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
.53 left to play here in the fourth. Evans kicks to Davis. Evans outside. Back to Davis. The 10-footer. Shot is off. Chandler with the defensive effort. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Nurkic's screen on Evans. Moutier, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
.21 left in the fourth. And Voigt kicks to Nurkic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Evans outside. He feeds it to Davis. Nice D from Chandler. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Moutier with the ball. Working on Ashik.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. Take a look at what Anthony Davis has done. He's got 10 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Here's Chandler, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Evans dishes to Davis. Lets it go from 14. That doesn't go either for Davis. Denver with the ball. Moutier with the ball. Nurkic a screen on Evans. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Can't cash in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
For the win. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Tip-off goes to Denver. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Asik in the middle, Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen, and it's Cole in at the point guard. Here's Cole. Here's Davis, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Davis has got the first points here in the overtime period for the Pelicans. Kicks it to Gallinari. He dishes it to Moutier. 5 on the clock. A 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Screen by Asik. For three, Gordon, and another three for New Orleans.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Screen by Faried. Mudiay kicks to Foy. Faried, left side. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
The Pelicans call timeout. Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
And so here is New Orleans. 3-point lead. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. From 6 feet, Denver grabs the miss. Faried's got 4 rebounds in this game. Screen by Faried. There's Foy with the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Now here is Davis. Just 5 to shoot. It falls!
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Mudiay kicks to Foy. Chandler outside. Misses the 3. And he commits the intentional foul. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door. Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Faried. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Kenneth Faried at the line. for 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Kenneth Faried.
That was essential that he cashed in on those free throws. They're within 1 possession.
And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for your Pelicans, Eric Gordon. At the line for 2.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Near the three-point line, it's Foy. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Down low, here's Faried. Yes!
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Moutier passes to Gallinari. And a miss there on the triple. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Shooting for New Orleans, Eric Gordon. At the line for 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Moutier. No good. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Anthony Davis, and in a game like you played tonight, what can you point to as the key to this team's success?
Defense. So they was running script out there, do whatever they wanted. We just got real physical with them and made them shoot contested shots. And ball went our way, we got rebounds and we scored.
Well done, Anthony. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Eric Gordon. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels. Only too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.